Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. Today you join me at a new location. This tree behind me, I spotted it on Facebook, a guy called Brian Johnson Photography on Facebook. So if you're into landscape photography, go and check him out, some really nice photos. He posted a picture of this tree, awesome tree, love it. So I had to get over and photograph it. So that's what I'm doing here today. But the purpose of this video is going to be, it's the start of a series of videos for 4 seasons. So spring, summer, autumn, winter. I'm not the first person to come up with this concept. Loads of photographers before me, Shawn, Julian, and Neil Stevens, just to name a few. Now, it was Julian's channel, and if you haven't seen Julian's, if you're not a subscriber of his, go and check out his channel. He's an awesome photographer, does a lot of Dartmoor photography. Yeah, so go and check that out. I'll put a link in the description below. But it was his video that originally, I think 2 or 3 years ago, well, it was probably when I was starting YouTube, to be fair, so just over 2 years ago now. I saw him do it, and he did it once a month for the whole year. A hell of a challenge, and he did a really good job. But I thought to myself, oh, I'd love to do that, but having such a chaotic ADHD brain, I thought it's never going to go well. I'm going to forget about it, and it's not going to be one of those things that I pick up and I'm going to lose the footage or whatever's going to happen. It normally happens with me. So then I saw Neil Stevens' video, and Neil's done it a different way. So normally the way most photographers do it is they go out spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then they bunch it together in one video and post that video online and you can watch it. Neil's doing one every 3 months. So every 3 months he's going out and he's taking the photos out and he's talking you through the compositions and all that sort of stuff. And it's just becoming a video on its own. And I think that's the way I can approach this, and I can actually make this video, because the other way it just wouldn't work for me. So that's what this video is. This video is going to be the precursor to the 4 videos. So this is where hopefully you're going to pick one of the 4 locations I choose for this video. So I'm going to pick 4 locations within probably an hour and a half's drive from my location, from where I live. And then hopefully you will pick, in the comments below, you will pick a location for me to choose over the 4 months, for me to shoot over the 4 months. So that's the plan for today's video. So I'm going to show you today, I'm going to take an image of this tree, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea of what it will look like in the season that it's in. So this one will be bluebell season. So you can see here that the ferns have outgrown them now, so it's past bluebell season. So the start of this video will be summer, so will be my first one. So if I do this one, this will be next autumn if you pick this location. So there'll be plenty of bluebells in front of me here, and then there'll just be the tree on its own. So this is the first location. I'm going to take a shot of that quickly, and then we will head on to location number 2. So this is the shot I've got at the moment. Now I've got a lot of foreground here, and then the tree on the top thirds with the sky in the background. And bearing in mind this will be a spring shot if I take this photo, and the bluebells will be prevalent, not the ferns. So it will look completely different to that. So that will be the first one, or the alternate to that is the other way around, and I bring the tree up on the top third, down to the bottom third, sorry, have a lot of sky and a lot of negative space in that. So those are the 2 compositions I'm playing with at the moment. I've tried a couple down the bottom, varying heights, and yeah, they're all kind of coming out the same sort of look to it. So that's basically where we're going with that. So that's the shot, and I'll pop them up on the screen so you can have a look at them. So that is the first subject, keep that in mind, and we're going to head to the second location now. Right, so you join me at the second location, and this is an old 17th century house, is now owned by the council, and it was a family run building up until about the mid-90s, so it's a good old 400 plus years old. So quite a beautiful building, and it's got a lovely avenue of trees that go down the side. We're quite far down, we're probably about halfway down, because I wanted to get a little bit closer, because I only got the 17 to 40 lens on, and I wanted to try and get some of these daisies in the shot. So this will be the second location and the second subject. I may shoot further back on the actual day, depending on which location you choose. If you were to choose this one, which by the way just reminds me, the last location, what I was trying to say, I got a bit muddled up with my words, but what I was trying to say is that the season that I start this shoot in will be summer, because obviously it's already autumn and coming close to summer, so I won't start it until summer, which means that that location with the bluebells, I won't shoot that until next spring. And I think I said autumn in the video, so next spring, so there will be a shot with the bluebells in for that one. So this is this one. I've got a composition and I will talk you through that now. So it's a pretty straightforward composition, grass on the lower third, house in the centre, and the trees framing it either side with a little bit of sky in. Hopefully on the days when I shoot, if I'm doing this here, there might be a bit more interest in the sky, but at the moment it's not. If I come back further, there'll be more sky in the image. So there is a possibility on this one I could come up higher and then shoot down onto the frame, onto the building, so it actually puts the building on the lower third, and then it would reduce the amount of sky in the image, but we'll see which one you pick, and then I'll start messing about with the composition. So that's my image, and I'll pop that up on the screen. So I am whizzing through these three locations because that first location did take up quite a lot of time, and I don't want the video to bloat out to like 20-minute videos, do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to make these next three quite short segments just to show you the composition, so you get an idea of what it looks like, so you can make your choice on what it's going to be. So with that being said, on to the third location. Welcome to location number 3, Emsworthy Rocks with the lone hawthorn tree. Now, it's a video I have done a few times at this location now. I've done a couple here, I've done one in the snow, and then one where I tried to find it. And the last location I went to, it was about 15 minutes from home, and I went home, rewatched Julian's video, and he did his here. And this is a bit of a nod to his video, really, because it's accessible to me. And the other 3 locations are all new locations to me, so this is the only one that I will be familiar with. But even still, I think this one's a little bit challenging because of the amount of green in this scene. So you're going to have a green in the tree, the green in the grass, and then obviously the green backdrop. So I think it's quite challenging, so it's coming at the right time of day to really make use of those colours. So nice sunset picture, because this is a sunset location. So yeah, so let me get set up and I'll take an image to show you what this one looks like. If you haven't already seen any of my other videos and seen what they looks like, I will set that up and do that now. Okay, so I've come to the left of where I'd normally shoot. I'd normally shoot over there by the big rock, and it's got some rocks that lead your eye down into the tree. And I wanted, if this is the location that I do, I wanted this to be a little bit different. I didn't want the same old composition. So I've come down nice and low, and there's no real foreground element here. It's a bit of a trek where I guess sheep have walked through. It's a bit muddy in places, and I could probably bring that out in Lightroom, a bit of dodging and burning just to bring that out and make it a little bit interesting, to give you almost a leading line that leads you down to the rocks and the tree. So I would like to get a little bit lower than what I am, but I'm restricted by the stem. I can invert it, but it means turning the camera upside down. It's a bit of a faff to try and get it all right. So it may look like I have to invest in a new tripod at some point without a stem, but between me and you, don't tell the wife. So I will take that picture, I'll pop it up on the screen, and I'll pop it up with a couple of other compositions, because I have photographed this one probably all 4 seasons actually, and I'll pop them up on the screen and you'll get an idea of what they look like through the seasons as well. So I'm just going to talk you through the composition quickly, because I didn't do that. But so I don't know if this is showing up, this camera just doesn't show, it's like it exposes for everything else but the image. So let's see if you can see. So there's a leading line here, framing the image on either side with the rocks, and then the tree in the distance. And the reason I've come down so low is because there is no interest in the sky really. There's a little bit of cloud there, but obviously the moor behind is all green, so I wanted to remove that and have a bit of separation from the tree to the rocks. So see if that works as an image. So yeah, I'll pop that up on the screen now. off to the final location, and this is a little bit of a special one for me because it's somewhere I've never been before, and it looks, if it's right, it looks like it's going to be a good one. And here is location number 4. So I think this is going to make a good location with the trees in the autumn. So we're going to get some really nice colours in there, so that's going to be a really good shot. And then winter shot would be good with the mist, if we can get some mist rising off the water. Could make some interesting shots here. This will be a nice location. So I'll set up, I'll take a photo, and then I will let you decide which one you want to pick. So compositionally, I'm dead centre of the lake at the moment, so everything around me I'm central to everything around me. Now there are a few more interesting, I think these little jetties that come off, which is for angling, for anglers to fish from. There are a few more interesting ones going round, but you won't end up with the same composition. I think with the houses in the background, it looks really nice, and I think through autumn that could actually, I think that will make the image. But really what you need is something in the foreground. So that is the first video in this series of videos, and those are the 4 locations. Please do let me know in the comments below which one is your favourite location, 1, 2, 3 or 4. I am actually really excited to see which ones you thought was best, because I know which one I like the best, but this is your decision. I'll let you pick, and then I will shoot in those locations, or that location, for the next 4 seasons. So it just leaves me to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.